To all the non-believers, 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 non-believers. I'm making non-believers.
What's up, y'all? This is Jay Varsity, and this is episode 86 of NBA Talk. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that was trying to get through that whole week of just trying to accept the reality of what happened to Kobe and all those people in the helicopter crash. I'm pretty sure if you heard the previous episode, I was very broken, and I was very broken down, and I'm just grown to come to acceptance of it. And then once I heard the message that his wife Vanessa put out, it was like I started to feel a little bit calmer. And then I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not trying to say it as in a bad thing, but I kind of thanked God for the Super Bowl to help distract myself, so that way it's like, because watching all the games, it was kind of emotional for me to watch all the games when they're doing all these tributes to Kobe, especially the Laker game, because the Laker Blazers game was just it was just very emotional, and I just know emotions were riding high for everybody throughout the week, because this has just been one this is one custom that we're just not going to be used to, is just not having Kobe around. So this has just been a huge adjustment period, and it, we just needed to get something to cheer for. And once the Lakers and Blazers picked up, it was like once they started almost getting back to playing their regular competitive games, it was like, okay, we're getting into a small percentage of normality, but we still have to accept the reality that one of the game's legends is gone. So yeah, that's why I thanked God that the Super Bowl was around, and because so I could watch something else and make me a little bit happier. Even though the Super Bowl, they did have their tribute to Kobe Bryant and all that, but like it's just sports in general. The loss of Kobe is gonna affect sports. It's affect sports in general, because Kobe was not just a basketball player; he was a sports icon. So like, but in but in his words, what the term Mamba mentality is, like, we have to try to find a way to push through it and try to use it as our strength and not something to keep us down. But yeah, I also want to give a quick shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs on a great on a what a great game last night. Great win, nice comeback. The Super Bowl. It was a great game. That was a great game. It was a lot better than last year's Super Bowl, I'll tell you that. But yeah, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs on their first Super Bowl in 50 years. That boy Patrick Mahomes, aka the Truth. But yeah, let's continue on with this topic. Let's continue on with these NBA topics. I want to start with some game takes. Both LA teams, with the Los Angeles Lakers and Los Angeles Clippers, they both unfortunately took their first L's. They took L's in their first games since the passing of Kobe, but they quickly made a turnaround in their second games. So the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Clippers, the Timberwolves are just dysfunctional as is, and then the Clippers, it's like Kawhi and Paul George can almost just never be on the court at the same time, and not for chemistry reasons, but saying like one of them always has some form of injury, like somebody always gets hurt. Like, that's to me, that's the problem with the Clippers. As much as I say that they're inconsistent, and God knows I preach that they're inconsistent, they also are not very healthy. They're not a very healthy group. Like, somebody on that team is always hurt. Whether it's Shamit, whether it's Patrick Beverly, whether it's Kawhi, whether it's Paul George. I think Lou Williams even missed the game. Like Mo Harkless missed the game. So it's just it's just it's not mind-boggling, but to me that's a concern for the Clippers because of the fact that they can never stay healthy. They can never be consistent. They can't stay consistent if they can't stay healthy. But then overall, like I said, they're never that healthy to begin with. They're never that healthy or consistent to begin with because they downplay some of the teams that they play. And as for the Lakers, the first game against the Blazers, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't gonna expect the Lakers to come out gunning the way to come out. You know, I wasn't expecting them to wreak havoc in that game against the Blazers. I expected for them to be very emotional because that tribute was just that was a very intense tribute. And the game did pick up, but Damian Lillard was just a bad man, bro. Damian Lillard was just a bad man, and then the Lakers lost their rhythm. It was just one thing led to another, and the Blazers ended up just taking the lead and never looking back. And that's how they lost the first game. And I know a lot of people were criticizing that they lost on Kobe's tribute night. Listen, imagine you trying to play and you're repping the team that this sports icon represented, and you're trying to psych yourself up for a game when you also have to deal with everybody being emotional for losing such a big sports icon. But anyway, their second game against the Kings, it was business as usual. They got right back in rhythm. LeBron with a 15-point triple-double. Anthony Davis did his thing. Avery Bradley was hitting from three. The team just looked back in rhythm once in their game against the Kings. I think they just needed to go through that rough game to realize how much this is riding now. And I'm not gonna try to hype up a game against the Kings that much. So I'm just glad they got that good pickup game. They got that good pick. They got that good confidence game to get them back into their rhythm a little bit. On Saturday, we saw the Sixers and the Celtics, and I don't know what the hell I saw. I don't know what the hell I saw. I saw Boston being very, very aggressive, like they usually do against the Sixers, because that's one thing I'll never take away from Boston. Whenever they play against the Sixers, they are very, very aggressive. But it's another thing is Joel Embiid. I got on Joel Embiid for that game against Toronto where he scored 0 points. You went 1 for 11 against the Celtics. Now, granted, they've beaten Boston 3 times this year, so I'll give them that. I'm a little impressed with the Sixers because of the way they dominated Boston in their season series. They only lost 1 game to Boston. But in that third game, when Joel Embiid went off for 38 and was just straight dominating the Boston Celtics, where was that? Now I understand he's coming back from a hand injury and all that, but 1 for 11, and then he went back to being reliant on the 3-point shot and not getting in the post. Oh my God. Ben Simmons was literally carrying the team. Ben Simmons was carrying the team once again. And this is my problem when it comes to the 76ers. The only way the Philadelphia 76ers are going to be successful is if Joel Embiid becomes that dominant force in the post. He needs to be a big man. I'm not saying he can't take those threes. He can take those threes, but get back on the elbow and get back in the post, because how many other big men are going to be able to body you? Especially with the Boston Celtics. Like, seriously, I just need to know. I need to know how their center on the Celtics is 6'8". Joel Embiid, aren't you 7'2"? So I'm not understanding the logic here. I'm really not understanding the logic. So the Sixers need to pull something off in the trade deadline. They really need to pull something off. They need to get a bench piece that will lift them up when either one of them goes to the bench, because they cannot do anything. They cannot do anything once both of them are on the bench. And the Boston Celtics, without Kemba Walker, just straight dominated the Sixers. Jason Tatum, as much as I say that he's overrated, he straight dominated the Sixers. Jaylen Brown, I actually like Jaylen Brown. He dominated the Sixers. Like, as much as I have my feeling against the Boston Celtics, I have to call a spade a spade. Like, they killed the Sixers. They killed them. Do I think this team has a chance of winning an NBA championship? I don't think so. I still don't put them on that level yet. On the next, the Houston Rockets. Man, I don't know how to describe the Houston Rockets, man. I know they just had a game against the Pelicans yesterday, and the fact that they were battling with a young Pelicans team. Now, granted, Zion has just given a whole new light to this Pelicans team. I'm just stating a fact right now, because I'm just putting it on a side note. Zion Williamson has given a new light of hope to the New Orleans Pelicans. Like, that's just beyond a fact. But my thing is my thing with the Houston Rockets is James Harden being up and down when it comes to scoring. Now, it's almost like he's trying to get that scoring rhythm back, and then Damian Lillard has just took it straight from him. But Russell Westbrook is finally fitting into the system. He's finally fitting into that offense, and James Harden is like going in and out. And then the defense needs a lot, and I mean a lot of work. They do not have not one defense. They don't have not one player or one person that they can rely on defensively that could lift up the team defensively, because the Rockets are terrible on defense. We could agree to disagree, but my take on the Houston Rockets is they are terrible when it comes to defense. They're terrible. But then offensively, if they get in a rhythm, it's almost like they're impossible to beat once they get in rhythm. But defensively, they get beat off. They could get beat off the easiest quick step. Like, that's why a young team like the Pelicans can kill a team like the Rockets, because when they play that fast pace, when they play with that fast pace, that quick transition offense, you could kill a team like the Rockets. So, to me, that's a big concern for the Houston Rockets is defensively. They need to make some adjustment out, and then I'm hearing all these rumors about them shopping Clint Capella and all. I don't know if that's a good idea to get rid of Clint Capella, because he's your best rim protector. So I'm not sure who they think they're gonna get with that. I'm hearing rumors about them trying to get Andre Iguodala. I'm hearing a rumor that they're trying to get Robert Covington, but anything is better. Andre Iguodala or Robert Covington is better than what they got right now defensively, because their best defender is PJ Tucker, and he takes on the best player, and he takes on the best offensive player in every single game. I mean, I understand they beat the Clippers twice. They are fortunate enough that they've beaten the Clippers twice, but the crazy thing is PJ Tucker cannot be your only force of defense. PJ Tucker and Clint Capella protecting the rim cannot be your only force of defense. You need to find something, and you need to find something now. And so the trade deadline, I don't know what adjustment they're going to make, what they're going to pull off, but they got to do something. The Toronto Raptors, very quietly, because I had not been paying attention to the Toronto Raptors, they're on an 11-game winning streak. They're second place in the Eastern Conference, but behind the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm over here paying attention to the Miami Heat because at one point we were second in the Eastern Conference, and then we lost a couple. We lost a couple of key games. We lost a game to the Celtics. We lost a game against the Clippers, and we fell back down to fourth. So we'll bounce. The Miami Heat will bounce back, but let's go back to the Toronto Raptors. The Toronto Raptors, the team that everybody keeps forgetting, are the reigning, defending NBA champions, are on an 11-game winning streak. A lot of people, like myself, have been writing off the Toronto Raptors, but they've been playing very consistent ball. Like, I just don't understand how I just let the Toronto Raptors fall under my radar. Like, these are the defending champions. I should be giving them a lot more respect I should be giving them the respect they deserve as champions. Because Kyle Lowry is playing great. Pascal Siakam is playing great. Fred VanVleet is playing great. I'm not sure what's going on with Marc Gasol. I don't know if he's injured or not. Please write in the comments if he's healthy or not, because I'm only keeping up with what I know. But yeah, the Toronto Raptors, they've been great. It was just funny hearing that commentator just wanted to get that last game over with because he wanted to see the Super Bowl. That was funny. I don't know if you caught that clip, but yeah, they're playing very excellent ball, and to be second in the Eastern Conference, I'm actually very impressed with them right now, because I'm not expecting them to get first. I'm not saying that at all, because the Milwaukee Bucks, what are they, 42-7 right now? Yeah, they're 42-7. I don't think there's much. I don't think there's a lot of catching up with the Milwaukee Bucks, if you know what I mean. So yeah. But the one thing did not expect was Damian Lillard going on a tear like he's been these past few games. Now, I rip James Harden for doing this crazy scoring, but here's the difference between Dame's scoring run and James Harden's scoring run. How many times does Damian Lillard go to the free throw line? How many times does Damian Lillard rely on step backs? How many times does Damian Lillard come through in the fourth quarter? And the only thing that really, really concerns me about the Portland Trailblazers is they're riding his rhythm so high that, God forbid, when he flames out, this team is going to lose its rhythm. This team is not. It's literally their offense is Damian Lillard. Give the ball to Dame, and that's it. And you can't win like that. You really cannot win like that. As much as Damian Lillard is pulling up from half court and making them like it's nothing, because everybody talking about that they miss Steph Curry. Well, we're looking at another one right here in Damian Lillard. He's making these crazy ass shots, and people tend to not pay attention. But now everybody's paying attention because he went on a 60-point, 48-point, 45-point, 50 points. And he's doing this. The fact that he scored 51 against the Utah Jazz, and the Utah Jazz, to me, are a good defensive team. Man. Yeah, Damian Lillard has been on a crazy-ass tear, bro. But I need an explanation here. Moving on to another topic. I need an explanation for this all-star format that's going on. I don't know if you read the format more than once, but I did. I've read the format probably 3 times. And quite frankly, I don't understand like what. I understand the 24 points added on as a tribute to Kobe Bryant. You know that is like, but the first 3 quarters are gonna start at 0-0, and then it's like they accumulate all the points and all that. And then in the fourth quarter, they're gonna put a target amount of points for each team to score. It's like just have a regular All-Star game. Have a regular All-Star game, and then for every team that scored more points in each quarter, you donate under $100,000 to each charity. That you could have done it just like that. I don't understand this complicated system that they're doing. I have to see this for myself. I really do. I really do have to see this for myself. I don't know. Did you pick up on how this All-Star format is going as that quickly? Because I sure didn't. I did not pick that up so quickly. And speaking of All-Stars, a lot of people are upset that Devin Booker didn't make the All-Star team. Now, this is the thing. This is why they do 50% fan voting. It's up to you to also decide if that person gets to the All-Star team. Like, you can't just sit there and say, "Oh, this person deserves to be an All-Star." Well, then vote for him. Vote for Bradley Beal or Devin Booker. Now, it's not guaranteed, but at least you did your part. Speak your reason on why he deserves to be an All-Star. Like, maybe Devin Booker is gonna get in because Luka Doncic is apparently gonna be out for like the next couple of weeks, so he might just miss the All-Star game. Well, not might. He is gonna miss the All-Star game. So Devin Booker just might get in. I'm not sure about Bradley Beal. But then again, Bradley Beal might get in too because Kyrie Irving just got hurt the other day. So we'll see what happens with that. But I just can't wait to see who LeBron and Giannis are gonna pick for their teams again. Let's see if Giannis doesn't make the same mistake and lets LeBron grab all the shooters this time. Because LeBron, I swear, had every shooter last year on his team. He had every shooter on his team, from Kevin Durant to Klay Thompson to Damian Lillard on his team. I think Kyrie was also on his team also. It's like he had every shooter on his team. That's why you saw how many threes were being shot from LeBron's team. So yeah, we'll see what goes on with that. I'm not going to talk about the dunk contest or the skills challenge and all that because, quite frankly, I've been disappointed. I've never been interested in the skills challenge. I've never been interested in the skills challenge. The 3-point contest is because it's always nobody really repeats to defend the championship in the 3-point contest anymore. It's like in the dunk contest, ever since the year that Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon did it, the dunk contest has been whack. Last year's dunk contest that shit was whack, bro. That was whack. Like, and you can't tell me it wasn't. You can't tell me it wasn't because it's very, very rare that the dunk contest is any good. But yeah, if I missed any game takes, then I apologize. I try to cover as much as I can because I try to keep up with all this NBA content, but we also have personal lives and all that, so it's like we can't keep up with everything. And I try to keep up with it, and I do talk about it on streams on Mixer sometimes. So I'm trying to see if I move over to Twitch because Mixer is a little bit weird with changing my name and all that. And I'm also in the process of trying to change my logo. and everything. I'm trying to do work in the process of moving this channel forward. But yeah, that's it. That's all. That's it for this video or this episode. I'll try to see if I put out another video this week. I really am gonna try. I'm gonna try to be more consistent. I really am. So I'll try to do Mondays and Fridays, but if not, I'm gonna keep it up with doing videos on Mondays. But yeah, that's it. That's all. This was your boy Jay Varsity, and I am out. Peace.
We got some non-believers out there.
Make believers out of non-believers. Make believers out the overseers. Make